Underdog Fantasy is the place to play if you're a fan looking to cash in on some of your favorite athletes' performances. Available in over 30 states, including New York, California, and Texas. Just call your shot on higher or lower on 2 or more player stats for your chance to win real money. Use our promo code KFTV for up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick. So download the Underdog Fantasy app today and turn every bucket into a W. Back to the winning side of things, man. Back to the winning side of things, man.
Back to the winning side of things, as you said. And look, the Stars played under 40 minutes tonight.
We even saw the bench. We saw the whole team tonight. The whole team.
I mean, even the bench players entered the first quarter. They were getting some extended run. You saw Shamet out there for a minute. You saw Precious. I thought Precious had a very strong third quarter today.
Yeah.
Hey, solid win for the Knicks. Although I would say that offensively, it was a little choppy, man. I'm so used to seeing this team like just coasting offensively. Like they were just like watching them as a well-oiled machine. Tonight, it just felt like they were sloppy with the basketball. Thankfully, it wasn't too many turnovers. Like it could have been a lot more turnovers than they had tonight.
Yeah.
On top of that, I just felt like they were kind of out of rhythm. It felt like not full-on isolation, but they were missing prime moments for cutters, guys who were open. I felt like it could have been in a lot better rhythm. Even Brunson himself, man, I thought he could have had a better shot selection tonight.
Yeah. Well, let's start with the Bodega, man, because he was a story. The right knee tendon apathy. He missed the previous game against the Orlando Magic. I mean, look, I was hoping they would have rested him both on Monday and tonight because I didn't think they needed him in particular to beat this Raptors team. But, you know, hey, he was ready to go. They said prior to pregame, prior to shoot around, that he was warming up with the team and that he'd be a game time decision. He comes in the first bucket, he's wincing. I'm like, oh, man, here we go. My man's not even going to make it to the end of the game, holding on to his knee, grimacing. Clyde is talking about it. I mean, you know, this is something we're going to have to watch. Clearly, it's something that you can play through, but still not for the faint of heart, man. We had a cardiac Knick affair in the first quarter, watching Karl Anthony Towns move up and down the court. Couldn't move laterally, couldn't move defensively, but still somehow ends up with 27 points and 13 rebounds and finishes the game.
Insane, man. I mean, the first couple of shots, you see him grimacing like, this doesn't feel good. But as soon as it felt like he just needed his body to warm up because then he was fearless, man, in the second and third quarter, and he looked just fine tonight. Absolutely just looked just fine. But you also see how important he is, man. You know, in the games that he's missed this season, the Knicks have lost both those games. Pistons and also the Orlando Magic earlier this week. So you see when he's not there, man, it's difficult for this team because he's so vital to what this offense looks like, you know, and because of that gravity, like I keep saying, because of that gravity that he brings, he just impacts the other side. You're exhausted. It's tough guarding him. You know, you could see like you had 3 defenders tonight all mauling him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And yet he just gets a simple jump hook and just knocks it down. And when you have to exhaust that much energy to try to stop him, you're either going to foul him, and then you see what happens to Jakob Poeltl in the first quarter. He gets in foul trouble, right? Or you're like, I just exhausted so much energy. Now I got to go play offense. And even though you're in the driver's seat on offense and the defense has to predict what you're about to do, it's still difficult when you have to guard somebody like Karl Anthony Towns for, you know, tonight it was 36 minutes? 36 minutes?
36 minutes.
34 minutes. Gave him 2 extra. But I'm sure Tibbs would have loved it.
Yeah, interesting. I'm going to be interested to see what he says in the post-game presser and Tibbs as well, just in terms of the injury management and how they plan to proceed going forward. But like I said, it's clearly something that you can play through. Maybe it's just a pain tolerance type of thing. Shout out to Denise909 on the Instagram. Big time KFTV representative. Says she was like, no, take Cat out right now. We can't lose him. I think that was everybody's reaction in the first quarter, mine included. I'm like, yo, I don't know, man. I ain't no orthopedist. But, you know, it didn't look good in the beginning. But like I said, he was able to get through. And then before you knew it, he just started dominating. I mean, he had because remember, in Underdog, I took him with the 13 and a half boards. He must have had maybe only 5 in the first half. And then next thing you know, he finishes with 13. So clearly he started feeling good as the game progressed.
Yeah, I mean, for Cat, offense just comes so naturally for him. and he does what he constantly does, man, which is like he pours in evenly throughout the quarters, and you look at all these quarters, like he had 11 in the like. Let's just go quarter by quarter, right? Let's just work it through and see like how he works, right? It's 4 in the first. You're like, oh, okay, he takes time, but it's like that's common. He always allows everybody else to get going, and then he starts to come in the second quarter. He had 11 points in the second quarter. Third quarter, he had what was it? He had 7 points, and then finishes the game where you didn't even really need him that much. Finished the game with 5 points. Like so, he just knows how to evenly distribute his scoring, like when needed, right? And I think the team recognizes that he is the opposite of Mitchell Robinson. How Mitch is a safety valve on defense, Cat is the safety valve on offense. All right, nothing's working. Get it to the big man because we know he can knock down the three. He's difficult when he's driving the hoop. And on top of that, the way that he's been working the paint this season is just on another level. You know, one of the biggest complaints for Cat when he was out in Minnesota is that he kind of had blinders on. He would just he would attack the rim and there'd be an open teammate. But it's not the case this season. He's finding his guys when they're open, working the high post very well, working the low post too. But then when it comes to his shot selection, he just knows that when he gets the rock, it's for him to go. And that's kind of the trust that this team has been working on through the entire course of the season. Why, you know what? Like, even when we talk about the minutes, man, what Windhorst brought up, they've accelerated the starting five to get, like, some cohesion, you know, by having to play so many minutes. And so when you see these guys out there, it's like, all right, this is what my role is. This is what Bridges' role is. This is what Brunson's role is. Like, there's no confusion. And so if you get it to Cat in the last few seconds, you know he's the one that's got to go score. If you get it to him in the post, hey, man, that's all you. Do what you got. It's your world. So you're just starting to see him. Not even starting to see him. He's just comfortable at this point.
Yeah.
And what the Knicks offense is.
This is their MVP, man. The big bodega is this team's MVP. And the more that you see the captain struggling, you know, and it's look, he had how much he had? He had 13 and 7 tonight, 5 and 13 from the field. But, you know, having a challenge, he's a marked man, right? He's a marked man now in year 3 at the helm with the Knicks. And so he's no longer a surprise to the league. Like, they're gunning for him every single night. And so when he's seeing teams wall him off the paint and putting 2 on the ball and sending extra attention, hard hedging, the digs, Karl-Anthony Towns has now become your most reliable scoring threat in this offense. He's the MVP, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, that's why he should be top 5. I mean, look, we didn't have Brunson one game, we won, and this is no shade to Brunson. I'm just saying, like, this is just how the team is constructed this year. In years past, if we didn't have Brunson, we were definitely like, it was a close one. It was like 50-50. It could either go, if you had quickly, it could either win or could either lose, depending on how also Randall played that game.
Yeah.
But now, based on how this team is constructed and being so top heavy, and the way they want to go, and how they're utilizing Cat, it's no surprise that when he's gone, like, who is going to step? That's a big void offensively, man. This is a guy that's averaging like over 20 points a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Averaging over 20 points, he's averaging a double-double this season, as he's capable of been doing in the league. But it's a big double-double for the New York Knicks, because when he's not there, who's filling the rebounding role? Who's filling the scoring role? That presence, like, no one at the center position has the same gravity that he does. So when he's not here, man, you see what it looks like. And that's why he should be in top 5, and why he is, you know, depending on where you're looking, top 5 in MVP consideration.
All right, let's get to the phones out. Isaiah on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
What's going on? CP Alex.
How you
Was at
feeling,
the
man?
game.
Okay.
I'm good. Was at the game. I am the other side on YouTube.
Okay, here we go. All right, man. So what happened, man? Break it down, man.
So pretty much what happened was everybody's enjoying the game. It's early. I was telling the other guy, you know, can you please sit down?
Okay, this was the aggressor. Was he a Raptors fan? I don't want to profile him, but he looked like a Raptors fan.
I don't know what he wasn't from New York. I could tell you that.
Okay, all right.
Clearly was not from New York.
Okay.
So his friend sat down. So I had to move over because the couple, they sat next to me. So I had to move my seat down.
Okay. So which one are you? Are you in the video that I'm playing right now? Are you in the video?
I'm the one wearing the Mellow jersey.
Mellow jersey. Okay. Hang on. I'm trying to
Number 7. I got the white hat on.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So-
Okay. I see you now. Okay, gotcha.
So I tell the other guy if he could sit down. He's saying, no, I'm not going to sit down. Clearly, he's drinking.
Okay.
So everyone behind me sees it. They're trying to call security. So the guy next to me was like, yo, he asked you nicely. So when he said that, the guy said something crazy. I'm not going to repeat it. He said something crazy. And fisticuffs happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break up the fight, but I just couldn't do it. So I just back up. Right. I paid too much money for these seats.
Hey,
I'm not swinging on nobody.
I got you.
I paid too much money for these seats. I've been to 4 games this season. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, he's trying to get in. Karl Anthony Towns tonight.
My man, he dropped some things, so I picked it up for him, made sure he was good.
Okay.
They kicked both of them out, but then around the second quarter, I see my man come back in, so I chopped it up with him, make sure he was good.
This is homie with the tan jacket. He was allowed back in.
Tan jacket, yeah.
Okay,
let him back in.
okay.
So
he got back in on a good Samaritan type of.
A good Samaritan, pretty much.
Okay,
because everybody saw it. Everybody saw it. So my thing is just like we all here to have a good time, but I feel like they have to do something when it comes to alcohol because you have a lot of people who once they start drinking, they just have that courage to just really act up. So
yeah.
I'm not saying ban it, but like security has to be on point because security took too long. Took way too long. But back to the game, game was good. It was okay. I really need to see Brunson get going. It's like he's off and on this season. He has his footing sometimes, and then there's other times where he looks rough. Look, he had 55 the other game. But let's be honest, it wasn't a good 55. It was 55, but it wasn't good. Kale did what he did. I'm going to need him to really get that jump shot consistently right. But otherwise than that, look, a win is a win. I'm 500 of the season finally. Last time I was at the Garden, Trae Young was throwing dice.
Yeah.
So I'm going to end it at that note. I'm ending at that note. Salute to y'all, though. Appreciate
I was there,
show.
man. You going to pull up on Friday, man? Watch party, man. You pulling up on Friday? What you doing Friday, man?
Friday I got to go to work, but
okay.
We'll see. I definitely got to come out and support and show love to y'all.
Yeah. It'll be a lot safer than the Garden, man. Don't worry about it, man. It's
it's
a family show at the KFTV watch party, man. It's all love in there. Yeah. It's only
got you. I've been here since Porzingis days, so yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, man. Call back anytime.
All right, salute.
All right. You see that? On the #1 show for the fans, by the fans, we put the whole story together. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel, because you don't get this anywhere else. My man gave us the super chat, and he's right there, Al. Right there in the section.
Private ICP at work. Let's go. This
is what we do, man. Sometimes we got to get into our investigative journalism bag. The game was boring, so we had to supplement. Shout out to that guy. He might be the call of the night, Al.
Succinct, to the point. Gave us the backstory. Gave us the details.
Everything added up. Everything matched up. Rate that call in the chat, man.
I'm kind of curious how crazy the guy went, though. Like, what did he
listen,
say?
Man. You're in enemy territory, and if you got the balls then clearly you're on another planet. Because you coming to New York with that, it's not going to end well for you, man.
Oh, no.
It's not going to end well for you. We'll just say that.